Hi, guys. I'd like you to imagine a world where everything that you touch, breathe, and eat contains plastic. Unfortunately, that world exists today. It exists in our oceans. According to the NOAA.gov 2021, that's the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, an estimated 8 million metric tons of plastic finds its way into our oceans every year. Our bodies are made up of 60% water. Why are we poisoning something that's so vital to our survival? When I was a kid, I grew up in a very environmentally conscious family. When we went to the beach, we didn't go to swim or to relax, we went to pick up trash. My family was recycling before there were designated recycling bins. My mom still volunteers at her local recycling center. My name is Casey Sanders, and today I'm going to give you some information on how much plastic may be in our oceans, the effect that it has on marine life, and I'm going to give you some ideas to make simple changes in your life that can greatly reduce the amount of plastic that finds its way into our oceans. So, as I mentioned, an estimated 8 million metric tons of plastic finds its way into our oceans every year. According to the oceancleanup.com 2021, wind and currents create 5 plastic accumulation zones in our oceans. The greatest of which is the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, which is located between Hawaii and California. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch is estimated to be twice the size of Texas and contain 80,000 tons of plastic. That's just one site, and that's just the plastic that's buoyant enough to float. Imagine how much plastic is on our ocean's floor. This is an image or a couple of images of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. So now I'm going to give you some information on the effects that this plastic has on marine life. So marine life, whether it's turtle, fish, or seabirds, they all get caught up in plastic. They get caught up in our plastic bags and our plastic netting. They even get caught up in the rings, the plastic rings that hold our six packs. They get wrapped up in this plastic and they suffocate. They also mistake it for food. So turtles mistake plastic bags for jellyfish. And unfortunately, the plastic doesn't break down in their stomachs. So they end up with a belly full of plastic and they starve to death. Here are some images of marine life and plastic. So it's difficult to tell, but this image here, the turtle is actually wrapped up in plastic bags. And this image down at the bottom, the turtle is mistakenly eating a plastic bag. We're at a point of no return. We're not going to stop producing plastic. If anything, cheap demands or consumer goods or consumer demands for cheap goods are only going to increase plastic manufacturing. If we don't make changes now, we could end up with an ocean that contains just as much plastic as water. So now that I've given you some information on the problem that we face, I'm going to give you some ideas on simple changes that you can make to help. According to 4ocean.com 2021, one of the easiest ways for you to help is to recycle. So instead of taking your plastic caribou cup to the nearest trash can, bring it home and recycle it. The second idea I'll give you is to buy and use cloth grocery bags. And the final idea I'll give you is to stop buying bottled water. Buy a Brita, buy a metal water bottle, and use that instead. So today I've given you an idea of how much plastic is in our oceans, an estimated 8 million metric tons per year. I've given you some of the effects on our marine life. They get wrapped up in it, they eat it. And I've given you some simple ideas on changes that you can make. So recycle, buy cloth grocery bags, and use metal water bottles. So we all lead busy lives. I'm not asking you to jump into a boat with Greenpeace and become an eco-warrior. I am asking you, though, to think about the Great Pacific Garbage Patch the next time you buy bottled water. I want you to think about that turtle wrapped up in plastic bags the next time you're bagging your groceries. With very simple changes, we can greatly reduce the amount of plastic that finds its way into our oceans. Thank you.